The news of Tony declaring, "I am Iron Man," is broadcasting on someone's TV. The viewer of this news is Ivan, whose father has passed away. Watching this, Ivan says, "I will avenge Iron Man." He begins working on a tiny arc reactor, intending to build a suit. After many days, Ivan completes his suit and names it Whiplash. Its ability is to cut through any type of metal. 6 months later, Tony is delivering a speech to a crowd. Wearing his iconic suit, he says, "It was my father's dream to construct a city with innovative buildings and advanced technology. He couldn't fulfill it, but now I will." Tony showcases his suit to everyone, stating, "This suit will help me." As Tony is leaving, some people approach him, saying, "Tony, some people want to ask you something. You need to appear in court tomorrow morning." At the court, Tony realizes the military is involved. The court administration declares, "You have created a marvelous iron suit, but you shouldn't have this deadly power source. Hand it over to the military so they can train their soldiers with it." Tony responds, "No. I built this suit with my efforts and experiments. Only I know how to use it. It's my suit, and I am Iron Man. No one else can take on this role but me." Tony's friend is also present, though portrayed by a different actor in this part of the story. The friend insists, "This suit is threatening and should be under military control." Despite this, Tony refuses to agree. Then, a weapons technology expert speaks up, echoing the same concerns. However, Tony firmly states, "I'm not going to agree with anyone. I know who is behind this. It's someone who wants my suit, because they're struggling to create one like it. They've built many imitations, but none possess the power source mine does. Why are you falling into his trap?" Tony proceeds to present evidence about this individual, saying, "This weapon manufacturer doesn't have control over my suit. So how could you? Only I can use it, and I assure you it won't harm anyone." The court agrees with Tony, and he leaves. Meanwhile, Ivan has completed his suit, Whiplash. Determined, he plans to confront Iron Man directly and fight him. Contrarily, Tony is examining his suit, which contains a chemical element that is both beneficial and deadly. This element is poisoning Tony's body. While contemplating the impact of his death on his industry, Tony decides to act. He calls his assistant and says, "I appoint you as the CEO of my industry. From now on, this industry is under your control. Hire employees as you see fit." The new CEO interviews a girl for a position, unaware that she is a spy from another industry. Meanwhile, a car race is taking place, and Tony is participating. Ivan and Whiplash appear during the race, attacking Tony and destroying his car, splitting it in two. Tony's assistant sees the news and immediately informs his guard, saying, "We must help him now." They rush to Tony and give him the suitcase containing his Iron Man suit. Tony dons the suit, and the battle between Iron Man and Whiplash begins. Whiplash defends himself against Iron Man's attacks for a long time, until Iron Man delivers a full power strike, defeating and capturing Whiplash. Later, Tony visits Ivan at the police station and asks why he attacked him. Ivan remains silent. Tony remarks, "Your technology is impressive. You could become wealthy by selling it to the military." With that, Tony leaves. Shortly after, another man resembling Ivan, even wearing the same uniform, is seen. He is sent to prison to create the illusion that Ivan has been executed. A notorious criminal secures Ivan's release, deceiving the public by exploding the fake Ivan in prison. This criminal, a rival of Tony and the owner of a major industry, aims to build a military equipped with suits like Iron Man's. He frees Ivan to assist in achieving this goal. Meanwhile, the chemical element in Tony's suit continues to poison him. Aware of his deteriorating health, Tony ignores it and throws a birthday celebration. During the party, his friend confronts him, saying, "The military has ordered you to hand over your suit tomorrow. And here you are, celebrating while wearing a deadly suit." Tony dismisses him, prompting the friend to wear Tony's old suit, and a fierce fight breaks out between them. Both in Iron Man suits, they engage in a heated battle. Their laser beams collide, causing a massive explosion at Tony's industry where the party is being held. The friend leaves with Tony's old suit while Tony, intoxicated, remains behind. A one-eyed man approaches Tony and says, Your father had big dreams, and what are you doing? Wandering around drunk? Tony replies, mind your language. Who are you to speak to me like this? The man responds, I know everything about you. The girl you hired is my spy, and she's been reporting on you. I don't want to harm you, but I need you to build another Iron Man suit to benefit the world. I also have some of your father's belongings. You can take them if you wish. Tony accepts the belongings and discovers his father's vision for a city powered by the arc reactor. He begins researching and finds the complete design for the Palladium core. After further study, he builds a new, more advanced arc reactor and a suit he names Mark 6. Ivan calls Tony, saying, I've created a powerful suit with the help of your enemy. I'll wait for the day we face each other. Let's see who wins. Tony learns that his friend, who took the old suit to the military, along with Ivan and his rival, enhanced it using advanced technology to make it more powerful and capable of fighting in multiple battles. On the other side, Tony's opponent is seen delivering a speech to a large audience. I have built Iron Soldiers because this is the era of Iron Man warriors. Meanwhile, Tony realizes that Ivan cannot be trusted. He visits his rival, the owner of the opposing industry, and warns him, Ivan will betray you. He will take control of your entire military and turn it against the city. True to Tony's warning, Ivan seizes control of all the iron suits, including the advanced machine they had built using Tony's old suit. Ivan commands the military to attack the city. Tony confronts the rival industrialist, saying, I told you to keep your military under control, but it's too late now. A secret spy infiltrates Ivan's base, where he is controlling the Iron Soldiers, but the machines have already gone rogue. Tony, now fully suited as Iron Man, arrives to confront the chaos. Using his advanced technology and skills, he destroys all the Iron Soldiers. However, Whiplash reappears, more powerful than before. Tony attacks Whiplash with everything he has, but the villain remains unaffected. Whiplash had not only grown stronger but also learned how to counter Iron Man's moves. In the midst of the fight, Tony remembers the massive explosion caused when his laser collided with his friend's laser. He turns to his friend and says, let's try that again. Both unleash their lasers simultaneously, resulting in another powerful explosion. This time, the blast ends Whiplash once and for all. Shortly after, the one-eyed man appears again and says to Tony, I have good news for you. Your Iron Man suit has been approved for use by the Avengers. However, I regret to inform you that you weren't selected to join their team. You'll have to work from behind the scenes. Tony replies, no problem. I accept that. But I do deserve recognition for my contribution. In the next scene, the court administration awards Tony and his friend, praising them for saving the world. With this, the story of Iron Man Part 2 concludes. Now, it's time for the explanation of Part 3.